at this hour. Well, NewsX has accessed the first photo of the accused's body. Remember that his body was found in Kosur, and we'll put that out for you. And also the 6 people that he unfortunately went on a murder spree with. Remember that this is an entire incident reported out of Rangareddy district, and he was a main accused in a POCSO case. He went out on bail and went on to murder 6 other people. Let me go across to my colleague Rumi Mishra for more information on this front. Rumi, this is the first photo that we have. We can see that particular bottle of poison also right beside the body of the accused.
Pointed, this is the bottle that the police sources have told us is reportedly poisonous substances that the accused might have consumed right before his death. We have accessed the first ever picture of the accused, who has now been found dead in this POCSO and murder spree case in Hyderabad. Remember, he killed 6 people, and the pictures of all those 6 people, albeit they're blurred, they are here on our screens as well. There are 2 children in this, and then 1 POCSO, of course, the victim and his own wife, the victim's family members as well. These are the 6 people that he went on a rampage, he killed. Remember, Shivani, very interesting thing to also note here is the fact that he pointed out that he wanted to die himself right before killing his family members, his wife and his children. He has said it. But despite all these statements, he was given a bail, especially considering, how important and how serious the allegations against him were. He was given a bail in a POCSO related case, in which case, in fact, ideally no one should be given a bail in the first place. But he got a bail. He came out, and another question that's also arising in this case is what kind of mental assessments are done on the people who are accused in such cases, and what psychological of course updates they were getting from this person that they put him on bail in the case. Yes, Shivani.
All right, so that was the information that we have for you on this. Let me in fact also go across to Nisha Khanna, who's a psychologist who's joining us on the phone line on this broadcast as well. Thank you so much for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. Doctor, I want to understand from you, this was a horrific incident that we were reporting. This man, first of all, was an accused in a POCSO case. He was allegedly harassing a minor girl for over a year. Then when he gets bail, he comes out, he kills the victim's family, takes the victim to a pond nearby, kills her as well, then goes on to kill his own 2 children and his wife as well, ma'am. How do you look at this case now that his own body has been found, and apparently with a bottle of poison right next to his body, ma'am?
Most of the time the people who said such a heinous crime, because I would say harassing someone, and especially a small child, and as under the small age, and as we know that under the POCSO Act, the psychology of the person, you can imagine, is that it may be even after this particular case, as you said, he went to the jail for a quite while. Am I right? And after that, he displays revenge also from that family and kills the members of the family out of this. So you can say it may be the narcissistic rage, how I can be responsible for something. And definitely you can say there are the sociopathic and psychopathic tendencies between the person also. The profile which I am thinking about is the control also and ownership also, that killing the own children also and the spouse also, and then now taking himself or put self on the poison. So you can think on all these facts that maybe when I was doing that, I may not be feeling guilty for the same. I was not able to take the blame also. And when 2 feelings mix up, and then it completely get into the rage form when you left it out. It may be the extreme anger as well as sadness. And I think so in this because most of the time the clients or the murderers are such sort of having lack of empathy, total absence of remorse at all. And maybe he finished the families, he knows that maybe in future, maybe once he hears these kids and that woman and the partner or the own kids, that he will face the humiliation from the society also. So to control that, maybe don't want to see the accountability of that act. He may think of that committing suicide is the only thing and the easiest way, so that there is a control over the situation. So I would say you can't say the person is not mentally healthy. There is no doubt about that. But most of the time people do such things, they lack remorse and empathy. That's very clear. And that lacking of remorse and empathy shows clearly the narcissistic or psychopathic tendency. It may be also antisocial behavior where you can say that whatever I do, it doesn't matter. Maybe I am not bothering about the law, I am not bothering about anything else in the society, anything else is happening. I know what I am is in my mind, I want to pursue with that. And we know that there is a lack of empathy, so he may not feel shame and guilty for what he has done wrong.
Absolutely, ma'am. And when you look at this entire incident, ma'am, obviously this person, when he goes to jail, I want to understand from you, when you get such cases, when you study about such cases, because this person went on a murder spree, if you can call it so, and later on he is found dead too.
Yeah. So when I say that the most of the time these such sort of people in the past maybe themselves are the victims or may have been born and brought up in such families where they face such sort of violence and seen very brutally these sort of things. Because it's very when you are being desensitized with that with the blood of someone, with the humiliation part, it's very common. You become desensitized when these things are keep happening in front of you. Maybe in the family surroundings that keep happening within your own family, or you becoming themselves a victim at the trauma part. And you started doing all these things as the part themselves, or maybe unknowingly you got those traits in self. And then you started believing, and this is the only way how you can exert control and ownership on the people. As I stated that killing other party is not a normal, and I would say that it can be also the person may have some delusions or hallucination symptoms. It may be a possibility because in those symptoms, or whether this person is in the doing some drugs or in the influence of alcoholism. Because again, when the person takes drugs or alcohol, then the inhibitions goes lose 500% more. So when you do certain things, one, your mind is not in your control. You know that you lose all inhibitions and you can do things without feeling any sort of grievance about the situation. So I believe that such people, I do not say that we deal with such people. Definitely the people who sometimes try to, maybe in the race, they murdered someone or they went to jail due to certain XYZ reasons, how their mind works. Because it's very common with them being having the environment, the family environment is such where you are very, your upbringing is very common in such environment where on the rages comes on the smaller topics. And you may carry out guns and all those things. So I would say that he himself may be the victim of the molestations or a rape victim in his childhood. Most of the time, such people who do certain acts themselves are the victims. So I have seen that when the person is going through such heinous crimes, they may have their own set of histories with these things.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for all that information. With that, viewers, we have some breaking news coming our way. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has